You're watching Swipe. Coming up on this week's show, Angela tests out the latest Avalanche Safety tech. I meet a young inventor with a hot new idea. And we're building cities in this week's Games Review. Welcome to Swipe, this week from Sky HQ, where a little bit later on I'll be meeting one young entrepreneur with a bright idea. But first, it's the Easter holidays, and for some that means hitting the slopes one last time before the end of the ski season. And lucky Angela, she's been in the French Alps this week, taking a look at the technology helping keep people safe on the mountain.
This backpack could be life-saving in the event of an avalanche. Chamonix-based professional skier Stian Hagen regularly goes off-piste. He says the technology in these airbags can offer a lifeline if something goes wrong.
So you pull this handle here, and there's a fan inside that blows up a balloon that actually makes your surface area bigger. So in an avalanche, as you're getting dragged down the avalanche, you will be deposited on the top. The main thing in avalanches is time. So after 10 minutes, 60% die from suffocation. So it's all about getting the person out as quickly as possible, and then if you're on top of the snow, you're already one step ahead.
Advances in design mean some airbags can now be deployed multiple times. The new system uses a battery-powered fan to inflate the airbag rather than the old-school gas canister. It gives someone more than one chance to pull the handle at the right time.
First glacier systems with a backdrop of Mont Blanc lure thousands of people here every year. But not everyone knows about the technology available to them to help keep them safe on the mountain. Now here's something else. If you're in an area with no phone reception and you need to make an emergency phone call, you can now transform your smartphone into a satellite phone by just slotting it into a sleeve like this.
Transceivers, known as beacons, are also essential if you're in an isolated area. Should you end up buried under the snow, your beacon will emit a signal which can then be picked up by someone with another transceiver. That person can then follow your signal to find you. The sound will get louder the closer they get. Some probes now come integrated with transceivers, also emitting beeps to help with the search. Manufacturers of the technology say this can reduce the rescue time by 60%. Experts say preventative measures should be taken to avoid any incidents in the first place.
There's different things people can do. First, I would say read the weather forecast, but also we have what we call in France the bulletin of avalanche. It's like a little report, and it tells you where you might be exposed, where it might be safer to go. And then based on these informations, you can decide if you're going to ski the north face, south. You can also stop at the ski patrol and ask them.
Other advice includes avoiding particularly steep slopes when it has been snowing and sticking to tree lines and low alpine terrains instead. Ski guides hope that by educating people and by skiing or snowboarding with the right kit, the overall risks and number of incidents will be reduced. Angela Barnes, Sky News in Chamonix, France.
Now, before I get a go on a time-saving invention, here's a roundup of some of this week's other tech news. Apple has launched a smaller, cheaper iPhone. The SE is an upgrade to the older 5S. The company's also unveiled a smaller iPad Pro. It's thought the new products will boost the tech giant's momentum after a recent levelling in phone sales. A motorcycling app has become the first app to link users directly and automatically to the UK's emergency services. Real Rider is designed to keep motorcyclists safe with built-in crash detection technology. If the worst happens, the creators say it can connect riders to 999 services within minutes. Europe's largest floating power station is nearing completion. No turbines or chimney stacks, just 23,000 solar cells silently bobbing on the water. The £6.5 million farm based in southeast England will help power water treatment works on the outskirts of London. Japan is currently building the world's biggest. And British astronaut Tim Peake fought a dramatic space battle with a group of laser-zapping aliens this week. Don't worry, just virtual ones. The European Space Agency released this video of him and his former spacemate, NASA astronaut Scott Kelly, playing an augmented reality game of Space Invaders.
How's my favorite green guy?
Stay with us for this week's Games Review. Will Disney's new title live up to the superhero hype?
Flee, you coward!
Now, we get to meet a lot of entrepreneurs here on Swipe, but one student inventor really made an impression on us because she didn't really set out to become one. Languages student Bianca Polizzi entered a competition with a time-saving idea and ended up launching it at one of the world's biggest tech shows, CES in Las Vegas. She brought in her prototype to show me. We're in a cafe, but we don't need to queue up for a hot drink because we've got this, which you invented, Bianca. Tell us about it.
It's the Kettle Kup. It's a portable, rechargeable mini kettle in a cup form, so you can take it anytime, anywhere. There's no wires involved, so it's portable.
Let's have a look. We've got some water in there, right? And we're going to boil that, right?
Yes. And all you have to do is flick the switch, and that's it. And you leave it for 4 minutes.
It's going to start boiling. So how did you come up with this idea and why?
I was basically on my way to university, and I heard about this competition that all you have to do is tweet in a time-saving idea. And I was like, that sounds too easy, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. And I went home and I created a list. It wasn't great, so I just let it be. And nothing was really that great, but then I went up to uni the next day and had 9 hours of lectures, and I was running back and forth trying to get myself coffee to stay awake, and I'd forgotten my lunch and it was a nightmare. And then that's where the idea of the Kettle Kup came about, so it was actually okay.
Oh, I can feel it getting hot. I can hear it. I can hear it boiling. It does sound like a kettle. Hey, look at that.
Yay.
So how many charges does it have?
It's currently around about 2, but we were hoping to still continue further improving it. But even so, at least you save that time.
And you're at university?
Yes, yeah.
Are you studying engineering or design?
No, I study French, Italian and European studies.
So this is really out of the blue. But do you want to stay with it? Do you want to continue inventing things?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I came up with a lot of other ideas since doing this as well, and now I just also enter competitions endlessly because you actually win and you can do things.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming in and thanks for showing us how the Kettle Kup works. Good luck with it. I think we should go and make use of this water.
Yeah.
Have a cup of tea. Go and get a tea bag.
Let's do this.
Well, we're all ready for this week's Games Review. Here's Chris.
Hyrule Warriors Legends. It's a combination of the Dynasty Warriors games, which are sort of old school slash-em-up tactical action games set in feudal China, with The Legend of Zelda combined into one giant game. This came out on the Wii U about a year or so ago now, but they've put it on the handheld, on the 3DS, and they've put absolutely every little bit of content that was released extra for this game onto the 3DS release. So you run around as Link, you've got all these extra characters, like Linkle, which is the girl, Link, which is, I would have just called her Link, but that's their decision if they just want to give her a bit of a weird name. But you can play as Ganondorf, who's the main antagonist, and run around doing all cool stuff. The one thing I will say is that if you have one of the older 3DSs, it really doesn't run very well. This is at the time of review, ladies and gentlemen. They might sort it later, but releasing the game, it really doesn't work on the old 3DS, so know that before you get it. Disney Infinity 3.0 Marvel Battlegrounds is a new expansion to Disney Infinity 3.0.
This fight ends here.
You buy a little pack which has a toy in it of Captain America, which is really nice. It's the film Captain America that I particularly like, and the little play piece, which means you put that on your little Disney Infinity portal. You've got a whole new game, and it's really cool. It reminds me of Power Stone, which was an old school Dreamcast game. 4-player beat 'em up with power-ups being thrown in. And it's really kind of surprising, because if you've played Disney Infinity, their whole thing is that they can do anything with Disney Infinity, and you can create your own stuff, make any sort of game in it. But they've really nailed this sort of 4-player beat-em-up fun. There's a story mode with it, where you go around as Captain America or any of the little Marvel toys that you can get, and you're solving a little mystery. It's quite short, it's fun. If you like Disney Infinity, or if you just want a fun multiplayer game, check this out.
And as they fight, we conquer the world.
No, the universe.
Block'hood is a game made by the Plethora Project. This game is all about ecology and entropy, which basically means you are building the ideal city that works in harmony with nature and with like power stations and things like that, and you're trying to keep everything sort of level while you're building it. It's visually absolutely stunning. This game is in early access on the PC at the moment, which means they're still making the game. You can get in on the ground floor for a cheaper price and you can play while they add more stuff. Now, they're looking to get to the point, because the guy who's made this, Jose, he's an architect when he's not making games. He's looking to get to the point where there's an educational mode where anyone can sit there and you can figure out, cool, so how do cities work? Because it's using all real technology, the way this thing works. It's absolutely stunning and a lot of fun, really relaxing as well. Like the beautiful visuals, you just sit there and just place your little blocks and hours pass. It's worth checking out, Block'hood.
Well, that's it for this week. Take a look at Sky News on mobile, catch up, iPad and Sky Q for all the latest tech stories throughout the week. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.